Dean from Leisure Travel Vans. Hi, Dean from Leisure Travel Vans. Dean from Leisure Travel Vans. Dean from Leisure Travel Vans. You gotta see one of these.
Hey everyone, it's James and Steph from thefitRV.com.
Now, if you've ever watched one of the Leisure Travel Vans videos, then you've seen Dean.
Yeah, he's their over-the-top pitch man, and in his videos you can see him jumping on RVs, banging cabinet doors, and throwing things around.
And he's actually got quite a fan following, and the Leisure Travel Vans YouTube channel has over 2.5 million views.
That's a million. Now,
Yes.
he's not a paid actor. He's actually the territory sales manager for Leisure Travel Vans and Tripoli RV.
So on our recent RV trip, we actually stopped in on the Leisure Travel Vans crew in Winkler, Manitoba, and we got Dean to sit still long enough to answer some questions for us.
So without further ado, here's our interview with Dean from Leisure Travel Vans, the man behind the legend.
Well, I wouldn't exactly say he's a legend.
Well, he's got more hits than we do.
Well, maybe that's because he doesn't play with fake poo.
Yeah. Hey everyone, so we're here with the man himself, the legend, Dean,
Yes.
from Leisure Travel Vans.
And we're with him in his house and
And with his cat.
With his cat, Louie.
Yeah. Big Lou.
Louie. Big Lou.
Big Lou.
So we've had questions that we've always wondered while watching the videos that you're in.
Yeah.
And we're going to start right off with the big one, and that is, how tall are you really?
Well, I always thought I was, 6 feet, 6'1".
Well, I think we should check.
We brought a tape measure, so let's check it out.
Let's do it.
Going all the way down?
Yeah, as I've got older, I'm shrinking.
Okay, now this is in inches.
Yeah.
All right.
In Canada, we have to do centimeters.
Let's see, we've got about right there, 74 inches. So 6 feet 2? Does that sound right? 6'2"?
I'm growing.
You're growing. 6'2".
So the next thing is, how did you get started doing all these videos for Leisure Travel Vans? Did you just say, ooh, I got an idea, and how did that all start?
No, I can't take any credit for that. I remember the day because I had been on the road for a few weeks doing shows. I think I was on the road for 3 weeks doing shows, and then I came back to the factory, and we had got the new Unity Murphy bed that we were just getting ready to ship the first one, I think, to the Florida Super Show, and I could be wrong on that, but I think it was going to Florida back in January. And Ryan and Mike came in my office and said, hey, we're going to shoot a YouTube video on, the new Murphy bed. And I said, oh, that sounds like a good idea. And he didn't know what they were talking about. And they said, we want you to do it. And I said, oh, I don't know about that. I said, I got in at like 2:30 in the morning, and I was in the office trying to get caught up on some paperwork. And I hadn't really looked at the new Murphy bed because we had it at Louisville, and then that was the first production model, and now we were in full production. And I hadn't really gone through it at all because we built the first one for Mr. Yoder, one of the founders of Jayco, and his was kind of an all-electric. It was an all-electric unit, but it wasn't our normal build production. And I hadn't really spent much time because I'd been on the road. So, and Ryan said, well, we're going to shoot the video, and we're going to shoot it now, and the truck is coming in 20 minutes to pick it up. So, let's go do it. So we went outside. I remember it was minus 20 something, minus 30. It's cold, and I'm wearing just a dress shirt, and I'm trying to look warm. And I remember the slide out's coming out, and it's screaming because it's so cold out.
Right.
And I remember I did a double look like this one. What are we gonna edit that a bit? But I remember that was the first time we did it. So. And then I thought, well, nobody's going to watch that, and then people just started watching it.
Is that particular one still up with the
Yeah, I think it is. I think so. Yeah, if you were to Google, 2009 Unity Murphy bed, I believe it's still there. Yeah.
So 2009 was about the first.
That was the first production year. We built the first one in 2008, and then we went into production in 2009.
And was that was your debut? That was your first. You hadn't done this before. You hadn't worked as a pitchman in other industries.
Never.
Or anything
No,
like
that was live and unedited, and I remember I watched it, went to the bathroom, and threw up because I'm going, oh, that's bad.
Wow.
I can't watch them now. I don't watch them.
Really?
No, I can't watch them.
Wow.
I can't. No.
So, what was your career before Leisure Travel Vans?
I've always been in sales. I worked at retail selling RVs, so I've kind of always been in the retail sales part of it, and then Tripoli was nice enough to offer me a job back in 2001, and I said yeah, and
So you've been with them for about 14 years or so?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. They're a great company, family-owned company. I love them. Yeah.
And so, what is your favorite part of your job? Is it the shows? Do you like the travel?
You know, I love shows. I love
Okay.
RV shows. I like meeting the customers, you know, because that's where we get the feedback, you know, because we get them from the customers, you know, that own them or that
Right.
want to buy them, and that's where we get the innovation for
Yeah.
rechanging them. But I love the RV shows. I love, you know, dealing with the customers and talking to them, and you know, it's a lot of fun.
Okay.
The traveling is not the fun part.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
being at the show with the customers is really
Okay.
cool. We, you know, everybody in the company really likes it. You know, Ryan and Mike
Yeah.
and all the guys and Don, we all go out and do shows. Terry, Phil, they go to shows. You know, because we really want to get customer feedback.
Yeah. So how many? So you know, you mentioned taking the RVs to shows. How many times a year do you get out actually camping or RVing much on your own? Or?
Usually try to get out once for 1 week a year. Try to take one out.
Okay.
If we have a unit that we can take out, try to get out for a week, sometimes 2 weeks if we happen to have one.
With no business itinerary.
No business
Right.
itinerary, just go out and use one. Yeah, we were just, last time I was out was, I think it was last year, my daughter was swimming up at the Manitoba Summer Games. And we got a Unity Murphy bed. We took it up there because she was staying in residence, and Carol and I used it for a week, so it was fun.
Yeah.
Good to use.
How does your family deal with your celebrity status? You've got like 2 million YouTube hits now.
Yeah, that's creepy. It is creepy, but yeah, it's funny. But no, I don't think they really care that much. I think they think it's kind of funny, actually. My daughter doesn't like it at all. I don't.
She
think.
doesn't.
I can imagine.
She wants to be on YouTube, but.
Has anybody ever asked you for an autograph?
Yeah, occasionally, you do a show and somebody will ask you to sign a brochure or something. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
So of the what's like your favorite feature? What's something you'd like to see someone include in an RV? Like for me, that would be like bike storage, right?
Yeah, you guys like bike storage. You know, golf storage is a big thing for me.
Okay.
But yeah, bike storage would be good. You know, everybody wants more storage.
Yeah.
And we're always working to try and find more storage. It's tough. I know we had talked about that earlier, but the European models,
Right.
they have a lot more storage, but their beds are up so high.
Right.
Yeah.
And North Americans don't like that high bed. I know, average. You know,
Yeah.
and maybe that will change.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's
As
hope.
we're finding that you got to remember that when my parents RV'd, their goal was that generation was to get a big Class A motorhome and go and park it down in Arizona for the winter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Right?
stay.
They weren't going to move nowhere.
Yeah.
My generation is now, we think that the being 50 is the new 30, right?
Yeah.
So we
Yes.
want
Yes,
to
it
want
is.
to do things. So we're not going to stay in one spot. That's why the smaller motorhome is so successful.
Right.
So
Right.
I think you're going to see maybe that more European move with the bigger bed up high, because we don't care if we have to climb up or not.
Right.
I think our generation is going to be like that. So I think you're going to see that, but always storage. I think storage is probably the number one, thing
Yeah.
that people want. Storage.
But
You're
it's a
right.
challenge because
It
we
is.
also want the small RV. So
Right.
it's a trade-off.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Steph?
okay, so let's talk about some of the personal stuff. You mentioned Carol, so
Yeah.
you're married.
Yeah.
How long have you been married?
We've been married 16 years now.
Yeah.
Yep, 16.
16 years.
Yeah.
And you have a daughter.
One daughter, 14, going on 21. Yep. Or she thinks she's 21. Yeah.
Going on. And so for hobbies, what do you do for fun?
Well, I like to golf.
Ah, you like to golf.
So I'm here. What is this room? I mean,
So, a lot of people ask me that question.
I kind of have an idea, but
Yeah.
it looks like a pro shop.
It does. I know. It's kind of saddening, isn't it?
Okay, so
I have no life.
apparently your life is on the golf course. So, what's your, for the record? What's your best round of golf ever?
Oh, I think I squeezed a 69 out once. It was, and that was the best round I've ever
It's
had.
been downhill ever since.
My daughter started getting older. My handicap has gone up.
Ah.
It's been kind of sad, actually, but yeah, it's kind of I don't know. It's just been kind of stupid. I'm a hoarder. I hate throwing out these ones that you see over here. They're all bad.
Which is why they're displayed so nicely.
Right.
These are bad. These are no
Right.
good.
They don't work anymore for some reason. I don't know why.
I'm a little bit disturbed by this. So
I know. I am too.
Let's go back upstairs.
Might be some psychological evaluation needed on me.
I'm glad to get out of the golf room. That was
Yeah.
a
All
little weird.
right. The golf
I
room
color
is a little
coordinate my
strange.
clothes.
Yeah.
All right. So, well, you never really gave me an answer.
No.
About something that people might be interested
I know.
in knowing that they don't
Well,
know.
I like animals. And when I was growing up, I didn't like animals, but for some reason I got a cat, I got a dog, and a guinea pig. It's like a little urban farm.
Yeah, you have your
This
own
is
little
Coco.
ranch here.
Yeah, and I love boxer dogs. It's the
Yeah.
only dog that I really, ever kind of liked. I never really cared about having a dog, and I seen a boxer once, and I said, oh, I gotta have one. And we've had her for about 8 years now, so.
So she's 8?
Yep.
Coco, you're 8? You're a big girl. Maybe you need to get watch some of the Fit RV videos.
Yes.
You could use a little bit of weight
a
loss
A little bit of a
encouragement.
moocher.
All right, so that's about it. I think we need to let Dean get back to work.
I do.
And we'll see you later. Bye.
See you later. See, I'm figuring that these ones,
wow.
these ones are going to be good for a couple strokes, because when I walk in, nobody's going to want to even play against me.